Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on a Monday. Yes, it's Monday, our weekend update time. Thanks for being here. If you're out there, guys, I don't see a pop up anymore just saying you're on. So please say hi if you're out there. We'd love to see you. My Uncle Dallas is here. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Yes, another year older. Another day deeper in debt. No, is that a song? I don't know. We're having some fun. Thank you, Nick Wheeler. I appreciate that, my friend. My amazing bass playing friend. Great picture you've got there. Your little icon. Hi, Glenn, watching from our YouTube channel. Glenn is our faithful YouTube viewer. He watches us live on YouTube. We simulcast it every day now on Facebook and YouTube. And yeah, Glenn is a great YouTuber. So thank you, Glenn, and thanks for being a great friend as well. All right, what do we got here? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Thank you. Oh my God, here comes the birthday wishes. Thank you, guys. I have forgotten I'm having a birthday. I'm just saying that right out loud. When you get as old as I am, you just don't have them anymore. You don't. But thank you anyway. I appreciate that. Hello, Julie. Thank you for that. And yeah, it's tougher as you get older. You know, it is. Hi, Jill. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Wanda Bone. Thank you very much for being here today, guys. We're going to cover an incredible weekend in music. And speaking of birthdays, I kicked it off this weekend with Concert Mania 2021. We started Thursday night right after we talked to you live here Thursday night with our Live at 5 program. And we just rolled it on in. And Dave Kale, thank you so much for being with us today. And I appreciate you thanking me for coming to the ride. The ride was great. And you guys put on an awesome event every time. Autism Rocks and the Ken Anderson Alliance and all that. It's just such a great organization. Support them every time we can, guys, for sure. Nick Wheeler, you're right. August birthdays rule. They do. And we're happy to have an August birthday. Anybody else out there have an August birthday besides Mr. Nick Wheeler and myself? If you're out there, tell us, because, you know, this is what I think about August birthdays. Yes. We do say that. Hi, Tiffany May. Thank you so much. Thank you, Heather. Guys, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. You're all too kind, and I appreciate it very much. But I have a lot to talk about on a Monday, and I'm going to give you my live music update. Now, I will tell you that, you know, sometimes we take a little bit of flack because we're not always out there. We're not out there doing the local music scene sometimes in the summer, because I want to support the venues also that support concerts. And it's a hugely important thing to me to have live music out there. And we did the concert tour this weekend. And as you know, we have the Hall Around Town radio seats at the Rose. So there's 2 of them there. If you ever see them pop up on our page, that those seats are available, guys, it is front and center. It's a perfect place to be for a concert at the Rose. So if there's any I can't go to, we usually offer them up out there on our Facebook page. And you might be interested in going to that. In fact, there is a short notice little chance that tomorrow night I may have a couple Billy Idol tickets available. If you're interested in those, message me privately and we will chat about that. But oh my gosh, Tracy, don't tell me Caitlin will be 21. That's not possible. It is not possible. It's not. And oh, thank you, Christopher Kitchell. He's on YouTube because he's in Facebook jail. Well, glad you're another inmate. There's a whole lot of those out there. And thanks for joining us today. But I want to tell you about my weekend in music. Thursday night after we left you, we took off and ran down to Cincinnati to the Taft Theater. If you haven't been to the Taft Theater, built in like 1927, 29, somewhere in that age. It's a beautiful theater. It's an incredible venue to see music in. And we took in a Whiskey Myers show, and that did not disappoint. I will tell you that. If you're out there and you took in music over the weekend, guys, I know you posted on our page earlier today, a lot of you, but go ahead and throw it in the comments too, and we'll get it up there for people to see so you can support the musicians locally and the venues you went to see over the weekend, or you might have been where I was. But we're going to talk about our weekend update here, and it's just amazing. We missed our friends at the Bell and the Bear. We did. Thank you, Jamie Minnick. I appreciate you. We missed our friends at the Bell and the Bear on Thursday night, and we're going to miss them this week too. But, it's one of those things. A lot of things come up during this season, and we get out there and we enjoy it. We try to get out and enjoy it. I see we had somebody at Riverbend to see Chicago. I saw Chicago. Well, I didn't see him. Mrs. Hall around town did. Saw Chicago this past week on Tuesday at the Rose. But we went to the Taft on Thursday night. And I want to talk about the opener to that show, first of all. A gentleman named Jason Nix. If you don't know Jason Nix, we posted a picture of him on our page over the weekend. Hit his page up and follow this guy. He's got a smooth country sound. It's kind of retro, got a little bit of a retro country vibe to him, but yet you throw in a dash of some of the contemporary country that's out there today. Whether you like it or not, listen to it. It's really, he was really a good opener, a good storyteller. And, a lot of times the crowd's not into the opener as much at concerts, as most of you know, or they're out getting drinks or doing whatever. But this crowd was connected to him, and he connected with the audience. And really a cool stuff. He's got a new EP out called Money on You. And, it's interesting. Listen to it if you get a chance. Go pick a couple clips off his website or his Facebook page. You can catch him on Facebook. That's Jason Nix, Nix. And check that out if you can as well. He was the opener Thursday night. Yes. Thank you for that, Jamie Minnick. I'll be throwing your comments up there, guys. If you say you saw somebody play over the weekend, I'll throw them in. I may not talk about them because I have tons to talk about here today with the weekend we had. And we saw 4 concerts in 4 days. So we saw Whiskey Myers, like I said, on Thursday night. Jason Nix opening. Thank you, Jason, for your hospitality, for being so great. And Tracy, I will comment on yours because Friday night, the phrase, I think it was Friday, that one of the nights it conflicted with Daughtry. And Daughtry, yeah, I like him. He's good, but I wanted to see Plush. I have followed Mariah Formica for years, since she was a little kid. And I am just amazed by her and the all-girl band Plush that she's in. I really wanted to see him. So, Tracy, I'll need a full update when I see you next. I want to know all about that. Thank you, Dave Wade. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kevin Cooper, as well, for chiming in on the birthday fun today. But we're talking about Thursday night with Whiskey Myers. And, like I said, the opening guy, Jason Nix, he was great, did a great job. Then the Steel Woods took the stage. And, man, you could interchange Whiskey Myers and the Steel Woods with talent and audience participation and audience approval. The Steel Woods, it's kind of a wicked mix of Southern rock and metal. I don't know how you really describe it. They're a Nashville-based group. They got the crowd throwing up fists from the get-go. Really pulled heavily at the Southern rock vibes. Did that really heavy. But the Steel Woods, this lead singer named Wes Bayless, I believe is his last name, is how you say his last name. Wes Bayless, man, he looked the part. Had the long beard, the longer hair, the wide brim feathered hat, kind of a Ronnie Van Zant type of look to him, but a killer voice. I would say that, sounded a lot like Hank Jr., but a powerful voice with a country twang, a little bit of country twang to it. Perfectly complemented the band's great guitar work and just rocking out, man. It was a good show, loud show in the Taft, but a great show. In fact, it got so loud once that I believe some of the ceiling was raining down on us like little pieces of plaster. So don't want to talk about that too much, but yeah, it was pretty intense and a great show. So great work by the Steelwoods. I think they're coming to JD Legends. If you get a chance to see them, go see them because they were a great group, man. And yeah, the lead guy Wes came out and played keyboards with Whiskey Myers later in the show, and just blew me away with that. So I'm throwing some of your comments up there, guys, as you bring them in about who you guys saw. So if you checked anybody out over the weekend, we'll throw them up in the comments today. Please make sure you share the show so we can support the venues and certainly the artists that bring you live music, whether it's live local music or national acts that are touring around the country. We're going to talk about it. And this time of year, we catch a lot of national acts as well with our tickets to the Rose and the Phrase and some of those. So let's talk about Whiskey Myers. Most of you know Whiskey Myers. If you don't, you should. They've been featured on Yellowstone. Their music, they're just, since I saw them last, and I did a show with them at JD Legends years ago. Since I saw them last, they have really built that show to a action-packed fever pitch. And from the moment, they take the stage, it's evident that they've soaked up a lot of Southern rock education. I mean, they play good Southern rock, but I'll tell you a little more about it here. They rocked the house for a solid 2 hours. The packed crowd stayed to the very last note. They did. It was just an amazing type show. Hey, Wanda, thank you for being here for that. Hi, Jill. Thank you for dropping by. Kara, thank you for the birthday wishes. Appreciate that very much. So let's talk more about Whiskey Myers. Hi, Chelsea. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. So Whiskey Myers, little mix of, Leonard Skinner, Hank Williams Jr. They've opened for those guys, opened for Jamie Johnson. The best thing about them is the variety of music they play. And the Taft crowd that night was hungry for some music. You could tell these people had tickets back in May, it got postponed, and now it was rescheduled. And it ended up being a rocking great time with Whiskey Myers. And they were treated to everything from, traditional country to Southern rock to heavy rock, almost, I would say almost edging on metal, but it was loud, proud, and a good time, and just an amazing performance from Whiskey Myers. And some of the highlights of that performance were the guitar work, and I love dueling guitar work, or the old, the Skinnerd, where they're playing together, Allman Brothers, all that stuff. It was cool, and really some fun stuff there on Thursday night with Whiskey Myers. Thank you. I hope to see you tomorrow, Jill. I will have some tickets for you. I will. Let's talk about Friday night. How about REO Speedwagon? Now, I posted something on my page, got a lot of funny comments, but 40 years ago, High Infidelity came out. 40 years ago, also, MTV launched yesterday. So look for a Top 5 Tuesday topic tomorrow that has to do with MTV, just so you know. That's coming. Just be ready for it. Join us tomorrow at 5 o'clock for that one. But I want to start about REO. Some people, they say REO's cheesy now, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you, from start to finish, REO Speedwagon was a high energy, polished, great show on Friday night. They sounded very solid. Kevin Cronin can still sing his butt off. It was kind of one of those bucket list items for me. And I saw REO Speedwagon for the first time in 1979. 1979, I saw them. Okay. And how many bands can hold the test of time like that? Not a lot. And REO played some music, some of their poppy music off High Infidelity. Obviously, they played some hits, but from the opening song till the end, they reminded you that they were a rock and roll band, and they played rock and roll. We had a blast. I mean, and you got some of your REO rock and roll hits, On the Road Again, those kind of things that they threw out there. And the band just had, such great vocals, the keyboards, you could hear everything. The guitar work was great, and really, really a fun time with REO Speedwagon and Kevin Cronin, who looks like a cross between Mrs. Doubtfire now and the Tim Goldrainer from the Menus. Yeah, it's eerie, but he rocked it, man. He's still doing it. He's 69 years old, and he's up there having fun. And it was a good time at the Rose. And let me tell you guys, if you've never been to the Rose Music Center for a concert, the Rose Music Center is a great place to go see a show. They take a little heat sometimes about the sound being echoey and all that. Well, first of all, you're under an awning. Secondly, you are covered in the rain. That's a good thing. Hi, Karis. Karis, thank you for the birthday wishes. And thank you so much for that great post from the Bell and the Bear. I appreciate you guys more than you ever know. And, you said something about during the COVID. Well, let me tell you, you guys saved me musically during the COVID. Let me tell you, it's it was a tough time for all of us, and we made it through because of our Thursdays at the Bell and the Bear and all the entertainment that went on there and all the new connections and family we made at the Bell and the Bear. Can't say enough about that venue, guys. It is so cool. Jill, you're going to love the Rose when you go. I will tell you, you're going to love the seats you have. You'll have a perfect view of the stage and a real up close view of the stage. So you'll enjoy that a lot. And remember, guys, if you see those pop up, the Hall Around Town radio seats, there's 2 seats there with our name on them and everything, just waiting for you. If we can't use them, they'll be available out there. So look for those. Coming to a theater near you. Yes. So one thing about REO, I will say, I was a little perplexed by the opening act. The opening act was a guy named Mark McKay, and that's MACKAY. And, he's a country guy opening for REO Speedwagon. In his own right, singer-songwriter, very good. Apparently has a connection with REO Speedwagon to be touring with him. Country rock is really where he kind of thrives. But he's a storyteller and all that. I don't know that it was the greatest mix. And I've seen REO play where, Night Ranger opens or REO opens and Night Ranger plays and some bands that fit that era. And it was just unique. But it's obvious that at the Rose, the country is an appeal because the people liked him. They cheered for him and all that. I will say that it could have been a little less slower material sometimes in there and a little more booming vocals from him. It was hard to hear his vocals sometimes, and I don't know if that was the mix for him, but we didn't have that problem with REO. But we did have that problem with him. So a little interesting. Mark McKay, though, very crafty songwriter, I guess you want to call him that. And he's definitely good. Now, let me tell you real quick some songs that they hit up that you'll be familiar with that REO played throughout the night. Take It on the Run is one. They opened with 3 songs that weren't real popular, though, which is, 2 songs, Music Man and Keep Pushing, and then did Don't Let Him Go, which was a hit, obviously, and Take It on the Run was in there. Can't Fight This Feeling, that's a huge one. That's a huge hit for and everybody loves that. Time for Me to Fly was in there. Back on the Road Again, Riding the Storm Out. A very short set, though, for REO, about 75 minutes, which is a typical national act set. And then two encore songs. The 2 encore songs that came in, Keep on Loving You, obviously, and then Roll with the Changes to end with a bang. And the crowd was left wanting more. I wanted more. But, sometimes that's all they got in them. So that was our Friday night. And guys, I mean, I'm 20 minutes in here and I'm just talking about Thursday and Friday. This was a heck of a weekend of concerts. Hello, everybody. If you're still out there and alive, say hi if you're on here because we can't see you pop up. So please say, hey, Chris and Kenny, how are you? And Jamie, thank you for that comment about the Bell and the Bear as well, because yes, it's a family. It's magical. It is. There's my buddy 7 West in the house. He played out over the weekend. Didn't send it to me, but he did. I'm on him about that. I'm on him. Going to keep on 7 so we can keep promoting him because we love the boy. All right, let's talk about Saturday. That was our Friday REO Speedwagon. Saturday, I underestimated the show on Saturday. Saturday, we did 3 shows at the Rose, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday's show, I underestimated. I am not the most massive Pink Floyd fan there ever was. Some people, I mean, it's like People are absolutely ate up with Pink Floyd completely. And it's okay. That's good. I mean, I like to hear people have great bands that they love. I thought this would be a good show. Okay. Um, I thought, yeah, Brit Floyd would be a good show. I thought, well, it'll be enjoyable. Well, let me tell you what. Any videos I've ever seen, and I've never seen Pink Floyd in concert. Any videos I've ever seen of Pink Floyd, though, their production and their light show and everything was second to none. Let me tell you what, Brit Floyd gave them a run for their money. I have seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I've seen all kinds of people who put on a production show that is amazing, and Brit Floyd blew me away. All right. And it was like listening to Pink Floyd on vinyl from the 70s. Excellent sound, amazing visuals. The visuals made the show. The videos, the lasers, the lights, the sound, the smoke, the background singers. This show was top notch. Dave Shores, have you ever seen Brit Floyd? How you doing, Dave? Thanks for being here and thanks for the birthday wishes. But if you haven't seen Brit Floyd, man, I can't say enough about how it transports you back into the 70s. I was kind of on a trip. It was wild. Made me want more of Pink Floyd, actually, because like I said, I was never a huge Pink Floyd fan. But Brit Floyd, the production, Dave, just to put it into perspective, you've worked shows a lot and you've done a lot of production work. They rolled in Brit Floyd's team of people. There's like 11 in the band or something like that with the background singers, but 3 semis out back, 4 tour buses. This is a major production that's rolling across the country. One of the tour buses had a trailer on it as well. So you know how much equipment that is, Mr. Shores. And, not only would I recommend this show to anybody that grew up in the Pink Floyd era, but even there were so many kids there that knew every word to every song I didn't even know. I was like, I don't remember that song, but they're singing along with it. So Brit Floyd, massive production, spot on vocals. I mean, the songs that I knew very well, I will tell you, they covered Pink Floyd as well as Pink Floyd. That it was that good. The vocals were amazing. And just the changeover on instruments and the lap steel guitar, which was just killer. So that was our Saturday night. So then why not take in a concert on Sunday, right? Why not take in a concert on Sunday? Let's talk about Sunday at the Rose Music Center with Blackberry Smoke. Currently on its Spirit of the South tour with the Allman Betts Band and the Wild Feathers. Jordan Wood, how you doing, man? You would have fit in good with the Wild Feathers the other night. They were right down your wheelhouse, man. These guys were fun. Good time. Thank you for the birthday wishes, my friend. I appreciate you very much. And guys, make some comments if you're out there. I want to know where you are. If you saw somebody play over the weekend too, throw it in the comments. We'd love to give them props here a little bit. And don't forget at the end of the show or whatever, when you're done, share it with your music-loving friends. I want to talk about Blackberry Smoke show, though. There's a lot of things about seeing Blackberry Smoke live that are great, okay? First of all, they're stellar musicians. Secondly, their sound crew does an incredible job and making everything sound really, really good. But the crowd is a varied crowd, from old folks like me, all the way to young kids who love Blackberry Smoke, to the lady who was sitting to my left yelling, "We love you, Charlie," 1,000 times, which was a bit annoying, I must say. Sorry if she's watching, but it was very annoying. And everybody in front of her thought it was even more annoying, to the point where they moved, because that's all she screamed. Every time he'd talk and try to tell a story, we couldn't hear him because she's screaming, "We love you, Charlie." But, Charlie Starr is a rock star, literally, with Blackberry Smoke. But let me talk about the openers first, okay? I got to hear but didn't see a lot of the Wild Feathers until the end of the show. But it was really a great time there at the Rose. And I'll talk about the Wild Feathers at the end here. And thank you so much, Doug. Appreciate it. Yeah, awesome last night. Great closing jams. You are exactly right. Gary got to see Winger Saturday night at the Murphy Theater. Yeah, Kip's a great player. I've heard him solo a bunch, and Kip Winger can rock. Heard him in a little venue in Centerville twice that holds about 80 people. It was great. Kip Winger unplugged, basically. Thank you, Dirk Turner. Chris said he saw Party Town at Get a Fest. Thank you for that one, Chris. Keep the comments coming, guys, if you saw somebody play over the weekend. But let me talk about Allman Betts for a minute. Okay, Devin Allman, Greg Allman's son, and I don't know what wife he's with. I didn't research that. It's not Cher, I don't believe. But then Dickie Betts' son as well is in this band, along with a bunch of other great players. And these boys, they have that Southern rock flair. You're getting the Leonard Skinner, you're getting the Allman Brothers in there, you're getting all kinds of folks that are kind of melded into their mix. But good stuff. Plush is playing with Kip in Louisville. That'd be a good show. Road trip, Tracy. Road trip. Yeah. So, like I said, the crowd at this show is varied and fun, but I just can't get over the ability of these guys to get up there and play. Now, I will say Mr. Betts looked a bit stoic, maybe under the influence. He was pretty quiet on stage, just kind of standing there playing his guitar until the end. And I'll tell you about the end, which was absolutely amazing. What's up, Stacy? Hello. Thank you for being here. Tell Duwayne I said hi. I haven't seen him in ages. Hope he's doing all right. Thank you for that, Jimmy Kilroy. I'll throw it in there for everybody to see who you saw over the weekend. So, Southern rock, Blackberry Smoke, the epitome of Southern rock. Georgia boys, I mean, they touch it all through their 2-hour-long set or better. I saw Blackberry Smoke very early in their career, and boy, have they added a lot. I mean, they had 2 drum kits. All right, they had 2 female singers, which they called the Black Betties, which are twins, I believe, and they were fantastic. Charlie Starr is a superstar. Like I said, he's there. Thank you, Doug. That's a good one. Black Crows tomorrow night. There you go. Good deal. Hi, Chuck. Thank you for dropping by. So, yeah, one of the interesting things is the variety of stuff that Charlie Starr does on stage with Blackberry Smoke. He picks up, the acoustic and plays it, or somebody brings him one. The guy with the red light on his chest, so he doesn't get run over when he runs out on stage in the dark. He brings, a variety of guitars out, but Charlie Starr can play, can sing, and the rest of the band, they got the coolest bass player ever. And, he's always getting the crowd going, saying, you all are singing the loudest on the tour and all that stuff. But they did some really classy things. And I neglected to mention it about Whiskey Myers too, but we'll mention it. They did a tribute to Dusty Hill from ZZ Top, and that was cool. Brought a big picture up on the screen, and we'll get our pictures up of the weekend here as soon as I have a chance to take a breath and get them on. But really, really cool stuff that they were doing, and the tribute to Dusty Hill was amazing. But what made the night, and all the great Blackberry Smoke songs and all that, they played all of them. They had the crowd going and people singing every word and all that. It was a good time. It was an experience in the audience, though. I will tell you, to watch the crowd. Some of the crowd was interesting. And what's funny is you see the people that come in and sit down next to you, and they're dressed very nice and all this, and then you got the girl next to you who's screaming the whole time. And yeah, it was an interesting mix of people, but fun. It's like going to any concert. There's always that one there that makes the show so fun. But at the end of the night, they brought out, first of all, and Charlie said, we're going off stage for 15 minutes. We'll be right back. This is like when you'd think the show would be over, and we're going to come out and jam for you. Well, here comes the Wild Feathers with Blackberry Smoke, and they proceed to do a bunch of songs and do a tribute to Charlie Daniels and that kind of thing. Just great stuff. And then here comes Allman Betts as well. And pretty soon we've got a full-scale jam going on stage that just was amazing. I mean, the jam session, there was, when they would do guitar licks and guitar riffs and go around the room, it was like 4 or 5 guitarists that played, 2 bass players. It was jamming, and a bunch of drummers, and the guys The drummers that couldn't get on a drum kit were playing tambourine behind the girls, singing backup. It was a party, and just a great time at the Rose. And again, easy in and out. Now, that was the only show we went to all weekend that was not sold out. And I was surprised. Blackberry Smoke usually has a big crowd, but they're an amazing band, great rock and roll, Southern rock and roll. If you like Southern rock, they're it. And the video wall behind them, some great video as well. All these bands are getting into these video walls, which are amazing. Really cool stuff. So that was our weekend. And thank you to the staff of the Rose for being so hospitable. Sometimes we get a chance to meet some of the folks. We did not get a chance to do a meet and greet with Blackberry Smoke. I would have loved to have done that, but didn't get a chance. And there's still a lot of bands that are worried about meeting a ton of fans and the COVID and all that, but they're out on the road. They're having fun. Every single show opened with, "It's great to be back after 18 long months." And I thought, no truer words there. So good stuff. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There you go, Doug. Thank you. Charlie Daniels Band, Long Haired Country Boy was in there. Atlanta Rhythm Section, spooky of all things, but Atlanta Rhythm Section recorded at a studio just near where Charlie Starr lived, and some really good things. And I won't bore you with all the details, but Doug will. Thank you for that, Doug, and I appreciate that comment. And we appreciate you being here today, guys, and can't thank you enough for supporting All Around Town Radio and what we do. And I ran into so many people at these concerts over the weekend who just said a little word of thanks, and I appreciate that so much. And I've had a great day today. Going to have a great evening tonight, and I appreciate you all being here. We'll be back tomorrow, Top 5 Tuesday on All Around Town Radio, bringing you something that has to do with MTV. Can you tell I'm tired? It's been a long weekend. But we'll give you some MTV stuff tomorrow in honor of the 40th anniversary of music television, which is a misnomer after about the first 10 years, but we'll call it music television. Don't forget our Thursday show featuring Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe. This week it will be pre-recorded. It will not be live on Thursday because I'll be traveling. So please make sure you tune into that, and we'll give you the list of who's playing out. Like I said, brought to you by our friends at Froggies in Monroe, Ohio, located at 10 American Way, just off I-75 at exit 29. Thank you, Chuck, for the birthday wishes. So, guys, have a great day. Everybody say bye to each other. Say bye. Chuck Watts in the house. Good to have you with us. Thank you, Chuck. And it was great, Doug, to be there at the concert. Thank you so much for that. And lots and lots of fun. Hope you guys had a great day today. We'll catch you again tomorrow. Thank you, Jimmy Kilroy. I'm not celebrating tonight, buddy. I celebrated all weekend. I'm going to celebrate this week because we're taking a little trip. So, yes, fun stuff. Thank you, Tracy Collins. Appreciate you very much. I'll see you Wednesday night at Name That Tune Trivia, hopefully. That's at Heather's on Wednesday. Tuesday night, Mr. Burroughs Tavern. I'll be hosting trivia both those nights. Name That Tune's a blast, guys. Tuesday trivia is a lot of fun. It's question answer, but Name That Tune is just crazy fun. 300 plus people playing Name That Tune trivia every Wednesday. We can't be blessed enough. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time. Hope y'all had a great day. Like I said, let me get over to my goodbye music here, and we'll be checking out with you in just a moment. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Bye-bye.